What is up, y'all?
And I'm up on they bump on myself. Play with my bitch, you gon' sit.
So you
How
want
y'all
you
doing? How y'all doing?
want to play my little boyfriend?
Yeah, play your boyfriend, child.
Okay, hold on. I gotta play my little boyfriend. And play my little boyfriend.
And I'm up on they bump on myself. Play with my bitch, you gon' sit on that shelf. I'm in a shop with the sticks, I got elf. Girl for the London, she moving with stealth. Early morning, back door. Before my game, can't loaf on the wall. Niggas game, we been up on that score. If it's block to recover, we spinning some more. On his buggy, I low and I send. Daddy don't see me, he fled when I bend. Now on a rat and he told on his friend. I lost him, pinning me dead in the end.
Hey y'all, we here now. What's going on? Hey, G Dub in the building, Miss Rashida in the building. Hey y'all, we got 17 people in here. I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button.
Hey,
I'm gonna
sis, I
need.
think it's
What you say, sis? What you say, sis? You went on mute. Hey, Sipping Lab, what's going on, beautiful? What you doing? Look, Sipping Lab, you be putting some. Your videos are so hilarious. I be busting out. Sipping Lab, you be having me go there, girl. Girl, that'd be the funniest shit ever. Hey, beautiful Miss Talanda. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. You feel me? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all, if y'all have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have not, subscribed. I think I've already said that. But if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hey, Elevated Aura. What's going on, beautiful? How you? I love that name, Elevated Aura. Oh, it just put me in the mind of elevation. Your aura has to be elevated in order for you to progress. I love that name. Hey, Jazzy Jazz. What's going on, beautiful? Hey, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button coming in here. Make sure you hit that like button. I don't know, my sister phone probably dropped or something, but she'll be back. She'll be back. You said I'm good keeping hair out my food and staying roach free. Let me go ahead and pin it. Let me go ahead and pin it. I'm trying to do the same, girl. I'm trying to do the same, trying to keep the hair on my food too. So I don't chop to make no chops and no crunches, you know what I'm saying, with no hair, you know what I'm saying? And I'm making sure, you know what I'm saying, I definitely stay roach free. I'm definitely staying roach free. You know, at my age, if I can't stay roach free, something wrong with me. You feel me? If I can't stay roach free, something's wrong with me. You feel me? Hey, y'all beautiful folks. What's going on? What's going on? I'm glad y'all in here with us today. We ain't gonna be on here long. You know, we usually don't do our live this early, but our schedules is conflicting. So we was like, we gotta do, you know, we gotta stay on task with what we set for ourselves, our schedule. So we said we was gonna do better at doing that. So that's what we doing. We're doing better at going live because, you know, usually we'll set live and be like, we don't have to go live. I don't feel it, you know, hey, I got something to do, you know, but we said we got to stick to our guns.
not you telling our back end business.
I mean, sure,
Not be telling our back end business.
I mean, our schedules, you know, we like, we ain't gotta go live, you know what I'm saying?
It's the truth, though.
Yeah, you know, like, we ain't got to. But, you know, we have to get into that habit, you know, even if it ain't for a few minutes or whatever, we still have to get into the habit because we do have a channel. And, you know, it don't take us all day to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it
Hey
is.
everybody. I had to go out and come back in because I'm outside and it was a delay. I think it was a delay on my end with StreamYard. So anyway, how's everyone doing today?
Hi,
Hope y'all are
Miss
having
I
a
am
wonderful day.
Glenn. Miss Glenn in the
Yeah,
house.
Glenn.
Hey, beautiful.
Hey lady. Hey Sip and Laugh. How y'all
What's
doing? How
going
y'all doing?
on? Yeah, Sip and Lab be having me cracking up with them videos she be creating.
Uh-huh. So I
That's her.
figured out how to set this. I figured out how to set the goal. And
Oh,
I set 10. I can't see it on the StreamYard, but I think our audience can see it. I set it at 10.
if y'all can see our goal, let us know. Cause I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I started out with a minimum. You know, anything that's received, of course, is appreciated and is a blessing. We appreciate it. But if y'all could see where it says set goal, please let us know because we're on StreamYard, not YouTube, and we're getting it together still. We are hands-on training. So
Thank you, Miss Glenn. I appreciate that.
thank you, Miss Glenn. What's our
Thank you.
topic, sis? Good friends don't lie to ya.
Y'all see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Good friends don't lie.
Miss Rashida says she see the goal.
Thank you, Rashida. Yeah, so we had to do it from YouTube, not StreamYard. We always schedule our lives and we enter our lives through the software StreamYard versus YouTube. So we have to just go back into YouTube and set the goal. That's all.
Okay.
Starting for second. So yeah, y'all. Good friends don't lie to you. What you think about that? That just comes across our top me and TC's discussion the other day. I'm like, really, good friends don't lie. I'm the type of person where if you're in my friend circle and if you tell me something, if I consider you a friend, if you tell me something, rather if it's something positive or negative, if it's going to make me feel good or hurt my feelings, I want you to tell me. I need to know. Like I can respect my friends for telling me their truth and then allow me to take it in and do my own assessment, right? So I think that good friends, I just think that good friends don't lie to you. Even if it's something that'll hurt you, they're gonna tell you, the truth about what their opinion or what they see that may be going on with you or whatnot. So I thought that was an interesting, topic and it would be a good word and conversation piece for us today. So what you
Yeah.
think, Chris?
You know what? I agree with that. And let me tell you why I agree with that. I agree with that only because I know that you and I have had back end conversations, because we talk frequently. And we both have said something that we didn't agree upon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, we know how to we know how to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Without it being to where it's malice intent. You know what I mean? Or we know how to communicate with each other without us saying, well, I can't trust her because I can't tell her. You know what I'm saying? And it's never like that with us. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, I'm kind of a blunty type of person. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, yeah, nah. You know what I mean? And you respect that, just like I know that you're a blunty type of person. You just have to respect people where they are. And if they're truly your friends, you're not going to mind the constructive criticism, whether you like it or you don't. You get what I mean? And a
Right.
lot of people I see have that problem. They feel like because you're their friend, you have to agree with everything that they do. Let me tell you something. I have friends that half the time I don't agree with nothing they do. But it's me being a friend to them, just realizing that, hey, these are people that have their own minds and their own opinions. So they're not going to be moving the way that I want them to move. They're not going to be moving the way that I expect them to move because I move like that. I'm not going to put myself in a situation to where I feel like the friend is going to be harmful to me. However, I'm going to respect you where you are. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to try to control our friendship with lies because, you can do that too.
Right. You said something that I wanted to pinpoint. You said, you know, your friend not doing things that you expect your friend to do. But you respect it. So I've said this before, and I live by this. Respect always have to be in the room. When
Yes.
immaturity, of course, but when you have any type of relationship, friendship on any level with anybody, especially with adults, people are gonna make their own decisions on things. But at the end of the day, respect got to be in a room. It's with the friendship. If you can't respect someone that you call your friend, then how could you? Where's the trust? So to me, it's like a domino effect. You're gonna respect me because if you're disrespectful, then we definitely not gonna be in the same space. But at the
Right.
same time, if I could respect you and not agree with you and still be your friend.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
there's disrespect and you can't, accept honesty, and trust that, the friend has your best interest, then it's just like there's really no need to try to have a forced friendship,
Yeah.
on no level. So yeah, I just think respect got to be in the room, and the expectations of what we may have on people, we'll be disappointed all the time. So I've had to learn in my later years versus my younger years, just not to, even though I think naturally we have expectations because we have wants regardless with people, but having the consciousness that is not realistic. Like what expectations you set out for somebody really is not realistic because people make their own choices
Yep.
at the end of the day. So I know that was a mouthful, but I just felt like it was hand in hand.
Yeah. I feel like this too. I feel like that. I feel like if I can't talk to you as a friend, like just say for instance, I may want to share some things with you. You
Mm-hmm.
understand, like intimately. I feel like if I can't trust you either to share those things, then I can't consider you a friend, or you just will be like a kind of a associate to me. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't want to feel like what I'm telling you is gonna go outside of us. If I ask you to keep it inside of us, you see what I'm? If that makes any sense,
Right.
that's
Well,
also that falls on the line of respect too.
right, right.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
I think, for me, like anything I say to somebody, honestly, I expect for it to be repeated. That's how I think, because otherwise, I promise this is what's going to stay in my head. I'm not going to share it. So then if it is something that's out there, I'm not surprised. It's just like, okay, so what? But I think that along the way of getting to know people or having, friends come with time. Like that's not something you just wake up and say, okay, that's my friend. It really comes with time and experience. So with that time taking place, you start to see people characteristics.
Mhm.
You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So that for me helps me gauge how close I'm gonna let you get to me, how much you're gonna really know about me. Um, so I just put people in the space that they belong in, and rather if it's the word friend or you recognize this as somebody that's really not my friend. But like you said, associate, they're around. So
Yeah, yeah. I just feel like what we're seeing now, and that's kind of with everybody. You develop these relationships. Here we even did it in the space that we are now, to where we feel like we built certain type of bonds with people. Um, and then sometimes with other people, we see that sometimes those bonds can be shattered because of maybe a trust that a certain person might have had with a certain person, and now their whole back end conversation is on the front end.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, what do you guys expect? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, as far as friendships, where do you draw the line as far as saying, okay, that my friend stepped over the bounds? So what would you draw a line to say, okay, I considered you a friend? What would you say would cross the line for you as far as saying, hey, I'm gonna have to cut you off?
Hmm. That's a good question. Of course, it depends on the person because people have ways of doing things. You know what I mean? So some action or something would have had to take place, or maybe have taken place repetitively for me to come to that place. You know what I mean? Like, so probably lying.
Okay.
I hate a liar. Two things I truly, for real, my life hate. Rather, if we're talking about something online or in real life, I hate a liar, and I hate thieves. Like, I hate people that take stuff, because I'm a giver, and I'm like the last person you got to take something from. Like, I give. You know what I mean? So I hate people that take. Yeah, it does something to my spirit. So that right there is definitely like a cutoff. But then the lies, the lying part, that's a big bad attribute for me. So I can't say that I will cut people off rip if they're lying, but once I recognize it, I'll just deal with them accordingly. Because there's a lot of people that lie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so lying and stealing.
Yeah. Lying and stealing.
Yeah, because I feel like if you lie, you will steal. If you steal, you'll kill.
Yeah, that's what they say. I've
That's
heard
what they say.
before. I think it's like some of the similar. It has some similarities, because you're taking somebody. Like, if you take from them, you lie to them. If you probably would try to do something else. But then it all falls under the category of crazy any damn way. Crazy, because lie for what? Like, you lying about what? Like, who's gonna get somebody grown in trouble? You know what I'm saying? Because you lying to people or a person. That's crazy to me. I've never understood that behavior.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I ain't never understood it, and I ain't never tried to understand it. Let me just say that I just never understood it. Well, I never. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Just
Mm-hmm.
say, for instance, you developed a friendship with people on this internet.
Okay.
With this saga, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all are, basically, you're almost like us, talking every day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all basically vibing, and y'all like build this friendship or kinship with each other. And y'all like, look, I can talk to you about anything. If I don't like something you're doing, I know I can get behind the scenes and say, sis, I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Or, sis, can I talk to you about something? Because I seen the last live and I didn't like it, so I want to talk to you about it. Will you be approachable in that aspect?
Oh, for sure. I think so. Do you think I'm approachable in that aspect?
I think you know what? I think you are approachable. But let me flip it. How about a person tells you all that and say you can do that, but don't do it? And just be like, give you, just basically give you their ass to kiss.
Wait, say it again. You said flip it.
Yeah, I'm flipping it now. Just say, for instance, the person say you can be like that. Yeah, I want us to be like that. I want us to be like that. However, they say that, but they didn't do that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
basically gave you their butt to kiss, you know what I'm saying? Instead of them talking to you about how they felt, they
Well, if
just
they said
basically,
that, go back. We got to backtrack to the conversation 5 minutes ago. And the nigga a liar. I mean, yeah. So I just honestly, I can't wrap my mind around that type of stuff, because I don't like, who's gonna whoop me as a girl. Like, what do you lie for? So either you like what I'm saying or you don't.
right.
It is what it is. That's just me, though. Everybody don't. I think some of those ways are developed as a child. It's put into people, instilled in them in bad, habits as a kid, and they got away with it. You know what I mean? So like an adult, because you don't just up and then all of a sudden as an adult you start acting that way. No, you've been acting that way. You have like that has to be in you. So I mean, at some point in your life, probably your younger life, little life, somebody was letting you get away with all that kind of craziness, or you just never got help. Nobody really got got the help that you needed. So now you're just a big overgrown person walking around the world acting like that. Well, other grown people, but not all grown people are like that, are going to accept that about you. So you know, and when they recognize it, they may even call you out about it.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Cause see, I'm that type. But my thing is, if I said it and I seen something that I didn't like, I feel like I should be able to approach you without you getting offended. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just, genuinely just trying to say, hey, what was that? But however, if I'm the type of person that's going to respect you in your decisions, I can also say I don't agree with it, but hey, I'm still your friend at the end of the day.
I think you and I've had those cases. We've definitely bumped heads or disagreed with stuff. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I know we've had these instances, and
Yeah,
it's just been respected.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have to. You grown. I don't have to like everything you do. Like, that's crazy to think that I would. To me, that's crazy as an adult, as an individual, to think that I even supposed to like. We're different people, but
Right.
if I mean, because I care about you as a sister friend, I will have to tell you, based on my morale or my way of thinking, if something I see you doing or saying, if I think is not right, I will tell you, and it's up to you. But if you're going to continue on with whatever it may be that I'm given concern about, but if you are doing something that's reckless and that could put me in harm's way, then no, I'm smart enough to remove myself and still respect what you're doing, because that's gonna be your problem at that point. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Right.
that's just being grown to me. you know?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because I was like, I just look at a lot of situations here, and I see that a lot of people say you can be that way here, but if you don't agree with what they do, or you don't agree with them or how they move, then they kind of X you out, if that makes any sense. Have you seen that on here though?
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen it. I mean, we see
You
it
know
every day.
what I'm
We
saying?
pay
It's
attention
like,
to.
because you don't agree with me, or, I may got behind the scenes and gave you, hey, I ain't like that. Because I didn't agree with your stance, you feel like I'm basically teaming up, instead of you taking it as constructively and
Right.
be like, okay, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, sis, but it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? This is how I choose to do it. You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to respect it or you're not, right?
I mean, that's
But
true. But everybody don't have that I think maturity or that mindset.
yeah,
Or a lot of people are insecure with themselves, so they be feeling like they need people to think like them or act like what they're doing or saying or talking about or being about is the right way or the only way. So to me, that's weak. That's insecure. That, again, needing validation from people to make you feel like whatever you're doing or however you're doing it is like big. When in actuality, everybody has their own mind and own way of thinking, right? So
right.
we
Yeah,
got some
that
more
makes
people in the building. I want to go back and read some comments. Thank
Okay,
y'all
go
for
ahead.
tuning in. Please hit that like button. I'm trying to scroll all the way back. Thank you for everybody that's helping us get to our goal. We have a minimum goal of 10 to get us through the day, through this live. Rashida said, okay, her and Sip was going back and forth. Y'all funny. Miss Glenn, thank you. She said, happy Tuesday, ladies. Have a great day. And we are. You do the same, Miss Glenn. Thank you. And Miss Tanya C. Hey, Miss Tanya. Gloria Benton. Hey, Miss Gloria. How are you? And
Hey, y'all.
Miss Glenn said, friends don't lie, steal, or destroy your character. It's a real bond, no matter what. I agree to that. I have my closest friend, everybody uses the word best friend, but my best friend of now, like 44 years, we were best friends in like kindergarten. Like, we still have a bond like that's gonna always be there. And so we don't always agree. It's months and months. Sometimes we don't talk. We live in two different states. Um, our lives have been in different places along this journey of friendship, but we respect each other on another level. We just respect each other. And yeah, that bond is there. And when you have a real friend, you don't even have to, there's not even a question mark in your mind. I think if you have to question somebody's friendship, then alone should tell you enough.
Right. You know, I got a friend like that too, sis, that we've been friends for 20 plus years. Like since my son was a little kid. And we don't always agree. You know what I'm saying? We don't always talk every day. But when we
Mhm.
talk, it's almost like we don't skip a beat. It's like she respect my space, I respect her space, but we like the best of friends. Like we ain't never fell out. It's like, you know, it's like she can get in my butt and be like, you know, you was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? And I can get in her butt. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we just give each other. And sometimes I feel like, not sometimes, but it's like you respect people more when they can tell you the truth, even if it hurts you.
I think that helps the trust factor. I think that helps with building trust in that relationship. You know, if somebody, it's times out of 10, if you're doing something and you know the shit wrong anyway, you know you're doing something wrong or
Right.
flawed, or you're involved in something that's not just right. So
Right.
whether you want to admit it to yourself or not. So if you have somebody in your life or in your circle that's saying, "Hey, Mina, like for real, you tripping." Like, I'm just saying, this is my view, this is my perspective, and I just want you to hear me out. And if you get mad at that, that's you just need to be where you at. But you know, I think if you can respect that person's viewpoint as time go on, if that is an even exchange, if y'all have that open door of communication, that to me that just builds up trust, especially when you know you doing some foul stuff anyway, you know, or it's questionable about whatever's going on. And if you have somebody just trying to give you another perspective on it that's for your better interest, then I mean, why not? Why not be okay with that?
Yeah, that's how I feel. I've been.
Mhm. Mama 3 said, "Hey, let's get Superfan to their goal." Thank you, Mama 3. We do have to get the membership going. I don't know if it's some. I'm gonna have to read our stuff. We probably have to do something to get that stuff. I think I just got activated. I need to quit being so lackey daisy, y'all. I'm getting better. I promise you. Oh goodness.
I'm sorry for making too
Yeah.
much noise.
Yeah, you sound like you're in the kitchen.
I am. I got a cookie order.
Using your good pots and pans?
Huh?
Are you using your good pots and pans?
I am. I am.
Oh,
I'm using. I got a cookie order. I gotta make some chocolate chip pecans, and I gotta make some peanut butter cookies.
okay. Some peanut butter sound good. I can't do pecan cookies. I could never
It's
do pecan
chocolate
ice
chip with
cream.
the pecans in them.
I can eat pecans by themselves, but cooked, I don't.
Not in the cookies.
Or ice cream. That's disgusting to me.
Oh my god!
Mm,
Really?
I'm straight. Why cook them? You know, like I love. I'm not about to say that. I was gonna say I love nuts. I am gonna say it. I mean, I do love nuts though. I love nuts, y'all.
I just got offline. Wait, I just got offline and it turned into a sex thing too. I was like, oh my god. I said,
Yeah.
reel me back in. Reel me back in, because y'all know I go there.
Look, this conversation is about to pivot. Y'all really don't know, but yeah, I love nuts.
I love nuts. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. My mind just been a little freaky lately, but you know, it is what
Uh-oh.
it is.
Oh, it sounds like you get. Yeah, that's an intimate chronicles conversation. You went live earlier, right? Didn't you go live?
Yeah, I went live earlier. That's what I'm saying. We was talking about, basically we just talking about would you kick it with somebody who you made more money than them. You know what I'm saying? Or they made more money than you, and why. But then it turned into kind of sexual. You know what I'm saying? So we was
Wow.
like, it was like you need to tell the truth as far as sexual, like stop lying to people. Like if you're not satisfied in the bedroom, you need to tell them.
Oh, you better. Like, who gonna be miserable? Oh, we got some nut lovers in the okay, y'all love nuts too. Shout out to the nut
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm all for a good time. You know what I'm saying?
lovers. Right. This is an evening conversation, but yeah, man, I can't eat nuts in my cookies. Okay. None of this conversation goes all right. But yeah, I
That
can't.
shit hilarious.
I just leave them raw,
It's funny. But yeah, I just feel like at the end of the day, um, you should be able to express yourself with a friend if you
Mm,
consider that person a friend. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about a friend that you normally would talk to. You know what I'm saying? You normally would confide in. You normally would you normally say stuff to. So why can't you confide in that person? Like, why can't you be honest and open and tell them and be expressive? I feel like communication is key in any relationship, a friendship, relationship, whatever. That's like number one pivots. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a pivotal moment for me. Like, I feel like if I can't communicate with you, then what we doing?
right.
What we doing?
I can't
So,
see this. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm on my phone with the StreamYard. I'll be trying to read the last comment, but we be having stuff over it where I can't see it. I have to wait till somebody else comment.
so it's this little tag that we have. It says share your
Yeah,
referral link.
that's what I'm talking about. It covers up the comment, right? If you click
Yeah,
see, it puts this in the chat. Whatever I just
yeah.
put in the chat. So I can't see the last comment. What did Tisha Bailey? She said, "Hey Tisha," she said, "You a bad one if you can eat nuts." Why?
What she say? What she say?
That's some bad shit. Because earlier I'm like, I don't like nuts in my cookies. Because I don't. But she was like, "You a bad one if you can eat nuts while it's in your cookies."
That's a
Yeah, that's a move right there. Oh my God. That's
yeah.
a move.
That that is y'all. Yeah, y'all. Hey, we can flip this conversation now. It ain't gonna be nice for some people. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna like it.
But you just go all the way. You go all the way in though with it. I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. But sheesh, I do be putting up my boundaries. I'm cool with it until so far.
Yeah,
You ain't got no
yeah,
damn boundaries. You don't give a
I was
damn.
going all the way there with it. Like, let me tell you, I'm grown at the end of the day, and I feel like I'm talking to grown people. A lot of people don't feel comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel comfortable with talking about the sexual thing. J. Lou said, "I don't either, girl."
Right, girl. Just
She
get on.
said she don't like nuts either. Not in her cookies.
Yeah. I mean, I eat nuts. This is so crazy to say, but I eat, healthy. I eat healthy when I can. So I like my walnuts, my pecans. I love my pistachios. I love them. So yeah, I can only eat them raw, but don't put them in on cookies and on ice cream. That's crazy to me.
I love pistachio nut ice cream. That's like my favorite ice cream. Pistachio nut is my favorite ice. When I go to Baskin Robbins, that
Mm-hmm.
Baskin, I have to get the pistachio. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
get no other flavor. No
And then
other
they
flavor.
put salt in them, so then you got salty nuts in your ice cream. I'm good. My parents used to order that from Baskin Robbins, and they used to eat that buy that Breyers ice cream. And I used to try to just
Yeah,
vanilla part, and then I still be tasting salt. I'm like, I'm straight.
yeah, I love that. I love that pistachio. Like, that's like my favorite ice cream. That's like my favorite. Like, I don't. I mean, I eat vanilla and chocolate and all that, but that pistachio, I love nuts.
Jay Lou says she don't like nuts. Period. I mean, they're healthy. There's so many health benefits to them. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Now I could eat them like a healthier snack. You know what I'm saying? I like the peanuts, especially with with raisin. Like if you had the peanut and raisin mix, it's almost like doing peanut butter and jelly, actually.
Yeah, the stuff like the trail mix.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
peanut butter and jelly. So I will eat that. I will make me a mix with peanut and some raisins in it. You know, like just a healthier kind of thing. You know, a pretzel and a peanut mix.
Mhm.
Just healthy. It's more healthy. It's good for your body.
Yeah, when I'm in my workout mode, when I'm focused in on that, then I keep a trail mix with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Be beautiful queen. Let me read her comment. Thank you for the super chat. She said, "I'm with you, Mina. I hate a liar. One thing I say is if I ask you about it 9 times, again, I can't even see the comment because this thing is covering it. Let me go
Yeah,
back up.
sometimes you have to click on it and put it on the stage.
Yeah. Well, I was in the backstage doing it. She said, I'm with you, Mina. I hate a liar. One thing I say is if I ask you about it 9 times out of 10, I already know. Yep. I just want to see how honest you would be. And when you got to ask them, they usually lie because they're a
Yeah.
liar. So you just be needing a validation, right? I get it. I'm like that too. Because I be wanting to hear how you're going to lie to me. Let me hear what your, let me see what your.
Like we already know you're gonna lie. We just gonna see which lie you're gonna tell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've been in situations like that too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We be like, oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah. And once I
That's
just
a
have enough,
blatant
I'm like, I'm straight. I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
good.
that's a blatant lie. You know, you be like, ah, shit. You know what I'm saying? They lied. And they ain't even have to. That be the thing. You don't even really have to lie because you grown at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
But that's
why
why
is
I
you
say,
lying?
but that's why I say I don't think that's like a grown person. All of a sudden, a grown person problem. Like they just turn 25 and start to be a liar. They've been doing this. They've got away with this behavior, as a kid. Like it wasn't anything put in place to help them curve that, or tell them or chastise them. Like this is wrong, So, or redirected is probably the better term. But yeah, so they get older and they feel like they can get away with it, and that's why they do it. And those usually are thieves, people who just like people who take stuff, that steal somebody else's stuff. Like they feel like they can get away with it.
Yeah. But why though? Why you feel like you can get away with it? Because you've been doing it?
Mm-hmm.
That's sad. I feel like that's part of that's part of a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? That's mental too. That's
For sure.
mental too. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like you can't, and then you can't um, actually believe that someone is supposed to accept you as a friend if you have, you know what I'm saying? If you have those traits and you ain't trying to work on them. If you oblivious to the way that you acting, because 9 times out of 10, you know the way you acting. You just want to act oblivious to the way that you're acting because you want to make it like it's the right thing to do, right?
Mhm.
At the end of the day, that's
Well,
how I
but you know what too? So then some people they have these behaviors and then they are rewarded for it. So that's not helping them. And that's what we truly have witnessed here recently.
yeah,
We
yeah,
witnessed somebody get rewarded for this behavior. And so when they're rewarded for it, what the fuck am I? I'm gonna go harder. Give me more. And they're giving more. And it's just like it's going harder. But then ultimately, I think folks forget that it's consequences to these actions though.
yeah,
Like it's fun for a minute until the rabbit got the gun. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you got to pay the piper on whatever you do, especially if you know you illmatic with it. Like it's gonna catch up to you. I don't care
yeah,
what it is. Like you act is going to catch you. Period. It's just how that's the law of the universe. It's gonna happen. It's a little bit
yeah.
of time.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about fake friends. People who say they're your friends, but actually just trying to get close to you to gain notoriety.
Well, okay, because I've had that a few times in my life. We probably all have had that, So I want to say this. I think it's a big problem with Black women. I don't know about other people, but I'm a Black woman and I've done work, I would say, around a lot of, I've done the work with around a lot of other Black. And so I think we got a problem. Like we have a issue, and I'm putting us all in the same in the same pool because we're all, black women. We're talking about us, majority, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I still can't put my finger on why, for the majority, it's far and in between. If you're lucky, if you are in a group or a class of women who do not try to tear each other down, or stop their success. And so I've just seen it. I've seen it in the workplace, like, and it's sad to see. And I know it hasn't just happened to me, but that's something I've had to deal with. I've had to deal with, like, being attacked by other professional black women, and some not, but it's usually when you're doing something really good. It's usually when you're doing something that they probably want to do. You know what I mean? Type of thing. But I just don't know why we're like that. I don't know why, that goes on in our community, but it definitely goes on. I think when you are in a circle of women who are not operating in that space, then they have all dealt with that at some point, most likely, and probably are professional women, and they understand that comes with being a successful professional in whatever field they may be in. So they could just respect the next woman,
Right.
And then at a certain age, I think, again, maturity kicks in, or is just in the room, and you don't want to be like that or act like that. So, but I just say that we got a problem. I've seen it, far too often, mainly because I work with children, and all these kids that I've worked with have mothers. And I've had to deal with people's problems. Yeah, so not to get too far off into my personal, but I've seen it happen, far too many times. And I probably went
But
kind of
you
stair
see
lip. But what was
it happen, but how do you deal with it though?
So for me, I'm the type
Because I
of
know you've
person.
been in situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the type of person. I don't feed you. I'm gonna go harder and piss you off. I'm gonna put it in your face. That's how I deal with it. You know,
Yeah.
it drives me. That drives me. Haters drive me. It just make me do what I know you hate to see me do. But that's just me. Yeah, I don't know how other people deal with that, but that's me. If I know you're purposely trying to stand in my way, I'm gonna run you over. That's
Not
me.
you gonna run them over.
Yeah, I'm gonna run you over on all four wheels. Do it. Like, seriously, and I'm with a straight face. With a straight face. Like, because when the gloves is off, they off. Because when they on, like, you got me. I am very much, yeah. When they off, they off. So yeah, that's how I deal with it.
Okay. Okay.
Make them mad.
Okay. I mean, do y'all have any situations to where y'all feel like y'all been played in situations where you thought a person was your friend and come to find out, they were just getting close to you to gain, the let's say the clout, since that's what we use now in this sector. They just wanted to gain the clout. So they got close to you, they got in your circle, they got in your, in your private space, pretend like they were your friends. But all in a while, they on the back end discussing you with somebody else.
That's yeah. See, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Why you say that's different?
You said discussing you with someone else. I mean, that's just like like when we were kids. It's like you two-faced it. It's just like a two-faced person.
Yeah, I remember that.
Two-faced it. Right, Miss. I am Glenn. Haters definitely motivated me at a young age. I wish they motivated me at a younger age. I had to learn by trial and error what that really was, because I think I'm green. Like, for a long time, I lived in a space where I thought you know, my perspective was everybody else's, my view was everybody else's view. Life had to teach me different. So I learned the hard way, unfortunately. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you said that, you know, two-faced people, that's different. Like two-faced people is just, that's something else. They
Yeah.
might be born like that. I think that's be like those babies that come out and they be looking all around the room. You know, they just come out nosy type of thing.
Like backstabbers. You know, that type of, you know what I'm saying? They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabber.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Nahimi. Thank you.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Miss Dee. I've seen a lot of y'all come in here. Hey, y'all. I'm cooking right now, y'all. So I'm trying to pay attention to the chat and cook at the same time. Because I'm on a schedule. But yeah, I don't know. I just think we wanted to bring this topic to light because I guess, you know, and I hate to loop it back around here. I mean, we kind of going through that right now, but we not going through it because we don't get enough fucks. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You have people that you genuinely care about, and sometimes you give the wrong people the wrong attention. Let me just say that.
Mm-hmm.
You get the wrong people the wrong attention.
But time sometimes
that's
got to tell you that. And I think that's what we experience. That is what we experience. You know, time had to tell us that in regards to, you know, our situation that's in common. Because how do you know? You don't know right away how somebody
right.
feels. That takes some activity, you know?
Yeah. You don't.
Thank you, Nahimi, girl. You on fire. Thank you.
You Nahimi, we appreciate you.
Hey,
But
Latoya.
but yeah, that's how I feel. You know what I mean? I just feel like I've seen a lot of people get hurt because of how they felt that they were connected to somebody, one place or another, in these situations that we're in now. And they come to find out, you know, that they're, and you know, like I hear this a lot, flip floppers.
Yeah.
We have a lot of flip flopping, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you know, I want to call the wrong people flip floppers.
Yeah, let's define that though, sister. Let's define flip flop. So it's two words: flip, then flopper. So we flip, I guess, right? But to flop is to go back. So my whole thing is, no, nigga, we flip. How about that? If that's what y'all want to say, and I say we flip just because people have put us in a category, and you know, Superfan has never tried to be in anybody's category. Like, I don't even like that. But okay, if we flip, don't call me a flopper though. I'll take the flip, but damn, don't say I'm flopping. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the flip flop. So I think it is the people that fit that bill. Flip flopper, you know, try to go back and going back and bouncing fences and double dutching. You know, my thing is we just quit. Honestly, call me a quitter. You know, I quit. You know, like, but all the other stuff, flip flopping, it's just like, yeah, if you flipped and flopped, then you went back and
then actually we didn't quit, we just moved on.
Right.
That's it. Like we just moved on. Like we got other stuff
to do. No, that situation, it wasn't anything else to do.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. But you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like sometimes you have to mind your circle, guard your circle, and set boundaries in your circle.
Right, Tisha. What did we flip? We flipped up out of the situation that people was trying to keep or put us in. You know, I mean, that's my description to the flip. The flip is I'm out. Let me flip up out of here because y'all tripping.
Yeah, big time. Big timey.
So I think if we're talking about the saga thing, I think people just have created their own world of what that means for them. And I've tried to say it quite a few times. For Superfan, it was us standing in a space on an allegation that we did not see come to light. So the people moved on with their lives. And I think the people that has antagonized them keeps it going. I'm just not in that space to keep nothing like that going between people that have supposedly moved on. Like, so it's just like, that's their business. That, for me anyway, that's on y'all, but if they choose to wallow in the, I guess, part 2 or 3, whatever, that's on them too. But I'm just not investing my time like that.
Right.
Not like that.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah, y'all. But yeah, y'all, we wasn't gonna be on here too long, but we did want to give y'all some commentary and wanted y'all to know that we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely are friends off this internet. We're sisters off this internet. We don't lie to each other. We don't. We may not even agree. We probably don't even like sometimes each other on some days.
Well, damn, I just learned that shit. I know. This nigga just told me something.
I'm just saying. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about if we get to arguing.
Okay, I'm just playing.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, if we get to arguing, we gotta be like, whatever then. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, you ain't let you clean that shit up like that. Nah, damn it. Like that. No.
You know what I mean, though. I don't mean it like that. I mean it like,
The time I call your phone, so what that means to me is the times I call your phone and you ain't answer, and I know you probably not at work. Okay, I get it. You ain't like me that day.
No, don't it.
Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. Let me make sure I timestamp this shit.
Hey, don't feed into that, y'all. Don't feed into that. Don't do it. All I'm saying is you have to be able to.
I gotta accept it because we said we respect it, right? Okay. I respect it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But what I said is, y'all know that what I'm saying is you have to respect each other as individuals. If nothing else, you have to respect each other as individuals. Respect people's spaces. Respect people's opinion. You don't have to agree with the opinion, but just respect it. It always have to, like Mina said, always have to be respect in a room for the both of you. Not saying you ain't have disagreements. Not saying that. But you should learn how, as a friend, to always disagree and have adult conversations about the disagreement and move and keep it moving in a positive way. That's all I'm saying at the end of the day. So you have to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to. You know what I mean? And you don't never lie to your friends. I feel like if I gotta lie to you, I don't need to be your friend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a friend. That's crazy. You might as well be by yourself. To me,
Yeah.
That's what my friend. I mean, y'all standing together when I'm too damn tired of being strong. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if I got a lot of you, I ain't kicking it with you. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like I got to bite my tongue, I'm not going to kick it with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to genuinely be me at all times. And that's with anybody. I feel like the people that I roll with, they're genuinely themselves. So that's probably why we get along. You know what I'm saying? They genuinely themselves. Other people may not understand, you know what I'm saying, people's relationships with other people. But you have to understand that it's respect in a room. Just put it like that.
The fake stuff can only hold on for so long, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
You gotta liars and fake people can't even keep up with themselves. They can't even keep up. They end up tripping themselves up in their own words. If you just listen to people, and usually big mouth people, if you listen to them enough and you just play stuff back that they say, you'll hear it. And they be tripping because they can't remember all the lies they tell.
Yeah.
They can't remember. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. Thank you, Miss Mimi. She took us over the bar along with Keisha Bailey. Thank you, ladies, so much for helping us make our goal. Y'all rock, for real.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for coming in here today. We said we was only going to be on an hour, we did good with our
Mhm.
hour.
Mhm.
I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all coming in here chilling with us today too. You want to read back all our givers, all our
Yeah, I
people who
can go.
blessed this live today.
Yeah. I am Glenn for real came through. She set it off for us. And I do want to read the comments attached. She said, Happy Tuesday, ladies. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you. Gloria Benson. Thank you. Hey, ladies. She said, hey, ladies. Thank you for stopping in. I am Glenn for real. Came through again. She said, good friends don't lie, steal, or destroy your character. It's a real bond, no matter what. Mama 3, our super duper moderator. Thank you, Mama 3. She said, hey, let's get super fan to the goal. Thank you for helping encourage others to support us, Mama 3. I am Gwen for real. Is supporting real hard up in this camp. She said, hey, let's get super fan to, I'm sorry, wrong one. She said, I absolutely hate a liar and thief as well. Beautiful queen. Thank you. She said, Mina, I'm with you. I hate a liar. One thing I say is, if I ask you about it 9 times out of 10, I already know. I just want to see how honest you will be. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I want to see your face when you lie. Sonia C, thank you for your support, Sonia. Nahimi coming through once, Nahimi coming through twice, super stickers, Nahimi coming through 3 times, and a 4th time, tipping us over the scale of our gold. Thank you so much, beautiful. And then Miss Tisha follows Nahimi with that blessing, and she said, helping to meet y'all goal. Thank you, ladies, so
Thank
much.
y'all
We
so
appreciate you.
much. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much.
So y'all know the saying, we ain't gotta go home, but we got to get
Look,
out of here. Hold on. Let me see something. Miss Bria, Gloria Benton, Leah Ross, I see you. Thank you, ladies, for stopping in. If y'all didn't catch the beginning of it, please hit the replay. Remember to hit the like button as well as the bell so you're notified when we come back. Love you all.
love y'all. Bye.